Welcome back to Tiny Classrooms Live.
Hi, the doctor here, Don Zulu in Taos, New Mexico.
And I'm Artie Nathan, the HR guy here in Las Vegas. And our topic today is optimism, especially in times of crisis.
Absolutely. Let's start where we ended off yesterday with the idea of resilience. And resilience is a byproduct of optimism. Optimism, simply stated, is what we tell ourselves about the events that are happening around us and to us. What we tell ourselves is how we feel about it. And so with optimism, we're trying to dispute the irrationalities, the fears that we might fear, and realize that you don't have to like something, and it would be better if it wasn't there. But those are both true things. They're not terrible, awful. I can't stand this anymore. Optimism is simply telling yourself the truth about what's going on.
But if you tell yourself, I hate this, I'm sick of this, I can't stand this, that might be the truth. And how can that be optimistic?
Well, you hit 2 out of 3 there, Artie. I hate this. I don't like this. Those are perfectly fine statements. You don't have to like something. You can hate it, but you can stand it. There's the difference. As soon as I tell myself I can't stand something, I'm moving straight into pessimistic territory, and I can't do much about that because it's not true. You know, you just said I can't stand it, and you're still sitting on your stool. Right? You don't have to like something.
So telling yourself things, telling yourself truth,
yep.
You got to be careful what you say. I guess that's true in any communications.
It is true in any communication, and at the end of the day, what we tell ourselves and what we tell others about what's going on and what we feel is what creates their response. Think of yourself as a manager or a leader, and if you bobble the leadership communication to your organization in a time of crisis, what have you done?
Just confuse people and made them pessimists.
Right.
So I guess that goes back to our general comments about good communications.
That's right.
And as a leader, you're responsible for communicating with your team in regular times and in these difficult times.
That's right.
And so we recommend to people that they create strategies for regular communications, whether it's texting or emails or these video kinds of calls.
That's right.
It is helpful for everybody to know that they're still connected and that they are hearing from people who are, I guess, in similar situations and going through similar difficulties.
That's exactly right. And so it's that rapport of we're in this together, that rapport of the trust and quality of the communication, and some inclusion of a belief that, yes, we're going to get through this, and yes, the world will pick back up again and we'll be fine.
So being optimistic is being realistic and being communicative. And it's so very important today. Sitting home like this, being self-isolated, being socially distant is not normal for us. And so having these kinds of communication and helping people see through them and where they have to believe in things is so important. So think about that in your leadership role today.
Yeah, it's critically important. And be careful with the term realism. I know an awful lot of hugely pessimistic people who call themselves realistic. So realism is telling yourself the truth. It's challenging the irrationality of things and making sure that you're telling yourself the truth. And the truth is something you can challenge and you can dispute, and it still comes up the truth.
Good. Well, that's our message for today. If you want to hear more from us or learn more about us, you can check out my blog at The Art of Motivation, or
go to LinkedIn, look for Dr. Don Zulu, and refer to some of the articles that we've written on leadership and management, communication, and a variety of other things.
Thanks for joining us today, and stay well.
Thank you very much, and stay well.